The moment a newborn baby girl is born, everyone is captivated by her beauty and charm. However, when the baby stirs and stretches, the attending physicians discover something that leaves them utterly astonished. A newborn baby is undeniably the cutest thing in the world. Their tiny, innocent forms evoke an overwhelming desire to hold them close, give them a hug, and ensure their safety. The vulnerability and adorable appearance of a newborn can touch even the hardest of hearts. It's in our nature as human beings to want to protect them at all costs, which explains why most people can watch newborns without their hearts melting. However, the beginning of this particular story unfolds long before the girl's birth. It starts with Kate, a 23-year-old woman who has just graduated from college. She is strong, fit, healthy, and well-liked, but she has one drawback: she still lives with her parents. While this might not typically be an issue, given the difficulty of finding or buying a home at such a young age, Kate has a tendency that often frustrates her parents. Due to her popularity, Kate leads a vibrant social life, frequently attending parties until the early hours of the morning. She often returns home intoxicated and sometimes brings a boyfriend along. As a stunning woman, she naturally attracts attention from men. If Kate were living independently and not causing any disturbances, her lifestyle might not be a problem. However, she is living with parents who are on the brink of financial collapse. Moreover, Kate's promiscuous lifestyle puts her at risk of an unplanned pregnancy, especially with the number of men she spends her evenings with. While many people in their 20s do have children, they often have jobs and homes to support their families. One Tuesday morning, Kate wakes up with her head throbbing. Ironically, she had enjoyed a rare night, and rather than going out to parties the previous evening, she races to the restroom just in time to pass out because she can feel her stomach growling and a warm, acidic feeling rising in her throat. She vomits and slumps over in pain for a good 15 minutes. While she is in there, the sensation begins to subside, and Kate feels good enough to go downstairs. Her mother notices Kate's paleness as she arrives in the kitchen. Kate informs her that she has just vomited and goes on to list several additional symptoms. Despite her usual warmth, her mother's expression is obviously anxious. She has been a nurse for more than 20 years and has heard of these symptoms many times. Kate's condition is clear: she is expecting a child. Kate takes a test, even though she doesn't think it's true. Kate feels her heart drop as the results show that her mother had urged her to do so. Someday she wants children, but not just yet and not like this. Another issue is that Kate doesn't know the identity of the father. If her math is correct, there are two potential options, but there is no way of knowing for sure. She doesn't know which parent she should tell, but she still wants to. Kate discovers she is pregnant a few days later and works herself into a panic over the situation. She even considers having an abortion. Fortunately, her parents talk her out of taking her missteps out on her unborn child by promising to support her in any way they can. Being pregnant is not an easy task. It is completely different from the way she has been living. She is used to going out, getting wasted, and enjoying herself, but now she is just staying at home drinking tea. However, it's difficult to overcome old habits, and Kate frequently sneaks away to party. She can get away with it without anyone noticing because she isn't showing much at this point. However, the doctor questions Kate about her lifestyle after she goes for a scan on her child. She blurts out that she is going out, partying, and drinking because she feels bad about putting her child in jeopardy. The physician sharply warns her of the dangers and advises her to immediately give up going out and having fun. This is the much-needed wake-up call for Kate. She also decides to tell Derek and Sam, the two possible fathers, about her decision. Despite their disbelief, both express support and pledge to be there for her and the child should it turn out to be theirs. Kate becomes a different person for the remainder of her pregnancy. She doesn't drink or go out to parties. She leads a clean lifestyle, making every effort to maintain her health and even attending several prenatal classes to prepare for parenting and giving birth. However, one day, while watching TV and resting on the couch, Kate's water breaks. She shouts for her mother, moaning in agony. They are heading to the hospital when her mother rushes in to help her get into the car. Kate phoned Sam and Derek as they were driving, and they went to the hospital as well. Shortly after arriving at the maternity suite, Kate started to push. She prayed that the baby would be all right and felt terrible about how she had partied when the child was still a newborn. Thankfully, the childbirth process proceeded easily, and only a few hours after arriving at the hospital, Kate gave birth to a lovely little baby girl. She was ecstatic about the newcomer and was in disbelief that she had created something so exquisite. However, there was going to be a major surprise that nobody saw coming. See how this happy day would soon be flipped upside down by continuing to watch. The doctor would need to undertake some DNA testing to determine the father's identity. Before extracting swabs from both of their mouths, nurses went in search of the potential dads. While they were doing this, the doctor left to get a swab from the newborn girl's mouth. All anyone could do was wait patiently, as the findings would need many hours to process and return. To ensure the newborn girl was fit and healthy, the doctor took her for some standard examinations and testing in the meantime. Up until the point when he briefly placed the infant to sleep in the incubator, everything was going according to plan, and the doctor was very satisfied with what he was observing. The girl gave a large yawn and stretched, looking exhausted. The doctor grinned at the adorable sight, but then he noticed something he had not seen before. A birthmark beneath the armpit. It was roughly the size of a cornflake, and although this would normally not have raised any red flags, the doctor was taken aback by something about it. He knew someone who had the exact same mark in the exact same spot, and he was able to identify its size and shape. It was statistically impossible for two unrelated persons to have the same birthmark in exactly the same location. However, in this case, the evidence was crystal clear, and the doctor was astounded by the reality. He returned the girl to Kate when he got back to her room and assured her that everything was okay, although he did ask to see the father. Kate, embarrassed, told the doctor what was going on. She clarified that while she didn't know who it was, she was considering two people. After Kate dispatched her mother to look for them, Derek entered shortly after. He shook the doctor's hand, a tall, strong man who appeared anxious. The man felt a tremendous sense of relief when the doctor greeted him warmly and looked him up and down. The doctor's jaw dropped, though, when the door opened again and the second man entered. When Sam walked in, there was a moment of stillness. He grinned as soon as his gaze found the infant, then turned to face Kate, who was wearing a worried expression. Sam turned to face his father, the doctor, who was standing there. As he looked around the room, Sam was aware that his father worked at this hospital, but he never imagined running into him. He was taken aback. The doctor was taken aback and troubled by the predicament his son had found himself in, yet he wasn't entirely shocked. His son Sam had the same birthmark under his arm in the exact same spot as the little girl. This distinctive mark made it clear who the child's father was. Would Sam step up and embrace his role as the expected father? Fortunately, everything turned out well. After Kate and Sam began dating, they raised the girl, whom they named Daisy, together. They moved out, found jobs, and grew into wonderful, responsible parents. Despite a rocky start filled with dramatic twists, everything ultimately fell into place. Now we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this incredible story? If you were in Kate's, Derek's, or Sam's position, how would you have reacted? Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. We always appreciate your feedback. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this story. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.